Hi everybody, Crafty Chef Diamond here. How are you today? Today I am at the Fort Belvoir Museum, the Army Museum. Look at this beautiful building that we're going to go into. I did Google a little bit of information. There's 242 different exhibits in this museum. So yeah, so excited. And so this is what's available here. We have the museum, there's a memorial garden, Warriors Plaza, and Warriors Field. And then we have a quick little map here of what we will be seeing. All right, so I will see you in the inside. Give a little walk here. I hope everybody's doing well today. Sorry about that, I forgot my water over here. And we have some benches here where military families have donated veteran families for these benches. Pretty cool, right? All right. It's really nice here in Virginia today. It's about 76 degrees. No sweater weather is over with. All right. So you guys see the outside of the building. I'm going to let you go and I'll meet you in the inside. All right. I'll be right back. All right. So this is as you enter inside of this great museum. It is really, really nice. I'm just going to do a little bit of filming here. And if you notice above our heads, these are the ribbons that you earn in your military career. And you wear them on your dress jacket, dress uniform. So let me I have some paperwork. They gave me a really nice map and a guide for the tour. Let me see what's over here. Department of the Army, United States of America, Department of the Army. So yeah, that's in the middle of the area. Then you have a museum store, Association of the United States Army, right over here. Lockheed Martin, Commander-in-Chief in the circle, Commander-in-Chief, and okay, these are all the circles. This is my first time being here, so do not quote me on anything. This is for entertainment purposes only. And enjoy. I'm going to enjoy it. This is the Army Wall. Pretty cool. This is kind of like the Walk of Hall of Fame of your military enlisted or officers that have done something very special in their job, in the communications. So I'm just going to slowly walk down. So neat. And at the very end, it has a little brief about I am an American soldier. I am a soldier and a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and I live the Army values. I will always place this mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined physically and mentally, tough, trained, proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I always maintain my armies, my equipment, and myself. I am an expert. I am a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life. I am an American soldier. Amazing. Just amazing. Loyalty, duty, respect, self-service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Just amazing. All right. They have an Army theater here. I don't know if I can videotape in here. Gotta find out where my husband went. Jojo. Oh, Jojo's over here. All right. He's playing a little game. So it's kind of like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. It all starts in the beginning, right? Pretty cool. And you have exhibits that you can work through. The Western expansion.
The Army's ports became trading posts for American Indians and hosted treaty negotiations with the tribes, as well as giving pioneers a secure place to rest and buy supplies. Army patrols enforced laws that affected both American Indians and settlers.
Looking for anything special, sir? Just looking.
For the Army's protection, new towns flourished around the forts.
Alright.
Schools and businesses.
There's a lot of glare. My apologies. So this is going to go... Oh, wait a minute. I need to start at the very beginning. All right. 1607 to 1835. Founding the nation. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is so cool. Colonial warfare. You know what I think I'm going to do, you guys? I'm going to walk through the exhibit so I can educate myself a little bit first, and then I will come back to you guys. All right? So I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, so I'm back. There's just so much. I mean, I can probably go a couple of hours on this video, but I'm only going to try to do as much as I can in a short time. 1775 through 1783 is the elements of the Army, and on the floor it will have your different years, and then it's creating the Continental Army, selecting a commander. This is your military officer sash that they wore. Men and women who won the independence. We're at 1776. This is your officers. Oh my goodness, I can't say it. Epaulets. I know I said that wrong. Let's see, the Battle of Long Island, United States of America, November 16th, the retreat across New Jersey, the Battle of Trenton. Oh, I should get up here, right? Battle of Trenton, 1777, the Battle of Princeton, June 14th, Stars and Stripes. Got some weapons, the Battle of Saratoga, training of the Continental Army, the winter hardships of Valley Forge, providing the fight, the Revolutionary War, the assault of Savannah fails, the British reinforcement of South Carolina, siege of Charleston, French arrival, Benedict Arnold treason, the Battle of the King's Mountain. We're in 1781. The Battle of Cowpens, their weapons, the Battle of Guilford Courthouse, ministering the troops, the French and American forces unite, the Siege of Yorktown, again on October. Wait a minute, backing up, 18th of September to 19th of October, the end of the war, caring for our soldiers. This is the tool for amputation, medical vials, another medical tool right here. Oh my goodness gracious. The Army disbanded. The British evacuated New York. And 23rd of December, George Washington resigns. Just up here. And we just went through all the way up to 1783. This will tell you how the Army did their battle, the Revolutionary War, and the battle history.
On 17 March 1776, the Americans forced the British to
The president shall be commander-in-chief of the army. The Congress shall have power to raise and support armies. Constitution of the United States. Article 2, Section 2. Article 1, Section 8. Who controls the army? I believe the power of raising and keeping up an army in a time of peace is essential to every government. James Wilson, Pennsylvania delegate to the Constitutional Convention 1787. The spirit of the country is totally adverse to a large military force. Thomas Jefferson, letter to the Chandler Price, 1808. Do we need a peacetime army? The army are the mere agents of civil power out of camp. They have no other authority than other citizens. George Washington, the letter to Major General Daniel Morgan, 27 March 1795. And what does the Constitution say? And this one here is Washington stops the revolt. And this is 1783, 1787, founding the U.S. Army. Pretty cool, right? All right. So that concludes this part of the room. And this is probably one of their uniform outfits. And then we will continue on into another area. And we have pictures all the way up top. All right, so we're in another room. This is 1861 to 1865, the first modern war. Long arm of the Union artillery. All right, pretty cool. Their gloves, their swords and weapons they used. Check out the detail on the sword. Isn't it just something else? Man, oh man. It says up on the top, these dead shall not have died in vain. Abraham Lincoln. So.
Other Confederate troops surrendered in North Carolina, Alabama, and Texas.
I'm kind of walking backwards, so my apologies. All right, I'm going to start over here. I apologize for the glare. Okay, this is about the reality of combat. We're just going to kind of gaze over some of the exhibits. Some of their instruments that they used while they were, I'm going to call it humping, working in the fields. Their shoes, uniform. Civil War soldiers' load. The load remains relatively unchanged through the 1800s. The fighting load included a musket, a bayonet with ammunition, carried by a Cambridge box, and a cap pouch and a waist belt, additionally equipped with attached to leather straps across the shoulders, which resulted in an uneven distribution of weight. Headgear was a forage cap with a small visor. There you go. And this is what it looked like. I know there's glare, my apologies. All right. Some more. Men wanted for the invalid corpse of honor. Wowzers. Two decisive battles. After 2 years of mixed success, the Union Army achieved a pair of decisive victories. All right, I'll just let you guys read this. Focus, there we go. Now, where are we at? I never saw a dead and wounded lay so thick. Sergeant John M. Dunn, 1st Delaware Regiment. This is their military outfit. Their guns, bayonets, letter writing, their dress outfit.
On the 9th of March, 1864.
We have another room here if you just want to sit here, lounge, and listen to more about Ulysses S. Grant.
Grant graduated from the U.S. Military Academy, West Point, and fought well in the
you got some of these other soldiers over here.
Civil War began. He was a civilian store clerk. After helping to train and organize volunteers, he was appointed
Another cap here. This is all about Grant. After being appointed Lieutenant General commanding the Union Army in March 1864, Ulysses S. Grant developed a plan to destroy the Confederacy's capability to continue the war. Another outfit here. Boy, the military uniform has changed. Isn't this amazing, guys? Regime of color. Several colors buried in the 13th U.S. Infantry were killed or wounded while carrying a flag during the 19 May 1863 assault against Confederate positions at Vicksburg, Mississippi. This is the flag that they carried with them, guys. This is way above. Sorry about that. All right, and then we have the drums over here, getting the message through. Another bugle. Is this another medical kit? The saw got a little bit better. Another first aid kit. Their medical book of 1863. I think I already took a picture of this. All right, and that concludes this room, guys. Sheridan in the Shenandoah. So far as the military operations on this part of the enemy of an aggressive character, I think that they are at the end of this valley for a long time to come. All right, so that concludes this room, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, so this is the next room, and it is a war with Spain, China Relief Expedition, the Philippine Intersection, Mexican Expedition, World War I, 1898 to 1918, nations overseas. Okay. there's just so much information. Wow, man, look at those weapons. That's a little scary. And the guns. Their bullet belts. This is Cuba and Puerto Rico, Philippines, islands, and Guam. The German army. Our weapons are getting more advanced. Oh my gosh, look at, you can sit down on this one and then pull the trigger. Look at the barbed wire. Oh my goodness gracious. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Now we're getting into hand grenades. No man's land. Between the Allied German trench lines with no man's land, a barren area, seas crossed with barren and wire and exposed in all directions to machine gun fire. Wow. The French and Germans strung their wire crisscross about the height of the knee, entangled advancing soldiers. Tongue-tied. Okay. Uniforms are changing. Times are changing. Getting more advanced here. Now we got metal caps. Here's your lunch and dinner. How you fix your food. Tear gas is coming around. Now we have to make, because of all the chemicals coming out. Look how more advanced. What year are we in now? 1918. Look at that. More camouflage type to blend in out in the trenches. I don't know if I got this. And then, okay, this is winter time. You see heavy wool. And of course, I want you, U.S. Army. Some of the medals. All right. My phone is ringing. All right. Look at this. I had to take a step back because now you're like walking in the trenches with everybody. Here's these guys humping in foot. And we got like a 3D going on here. And then you can see what they're doing. Here's the trenches.
Will this war ever end?
So many lives were lost. But it was something that needed to be done. All right. It's too dark in here. All right. Okay. Now they got better advertisement to recruit more soldiers into the army. Very cool. Get a better picture here so you can see it, guys. Wow. It really messes up your this is the ground. This is what I'm walking on. Isn't that something, you guys? Just something amazing. Oh wow. Check it out. We're now at 1917 and 1918 warfare in transition. Now we have more technology that you can, everybody's sending different information, wiretapping. Oh my gosh, the pigeon sending messages back and forth. You write your little note, you clip it to the pigeon's foot and say, okay, take off. And then you have a military wall of those who served. Very cool. Very, very cool. We got our horses, more military uniforms that they're changing over the years. Mobility during World War I. A study of evolution and contrast. Trucks powered by... oh, wow. Okay, I just want to... I didn't get to read the whole wall. I'm sorry. I'm not being a very good... Let me get up here. There we go. Look at that wall. There's just so much information to be put into this video, guys. All right, here we go. The more medical. The canteens are getting better. Look at the medical equipment is getting more advanced. Much better. That's probably some drugs for if you got shot. You got a medical belt. That's the cot that they transfer you on. The uniforms are changing over time, and then women are brought into the Army to help. And you have your nurses here. All right, we are done with this room. I'll see you in the next one. All right, so we're entering World War II. Has American theater, 1919 to 1945. These are your posters to recruit. Nurses are needed. The battle-wise infantryman is careful of what you say or write. How about you? This was the uniform. (1944) June 8th. Recruiting females. 1944, the Army recruited 200 WACs from Puerto Rico and assigned them to a non-combat roles in New York. Oh, sorry for my... So yeah. It's cold out there. Private 10th Mountain Division. Private Alamo Scouts. More of our uniforms that are upgraded. Wow. Here's your big boat. It's called a landing craft. Wowzers, can you imagine? Look at the guys crawling up there, or they're crawling down to get into the boat, or leaving the boat. I don't know which one it is, you guys. Isn't that amazing? It looks so real. So real. Big Army tank. Remember, we're at World War II now. Now we have planes. This is your ground troops. Cobra King tank. Wow, amazing, just amazing. Look at that life jacket. Little bracelet. Different outfits. Here we come with the fatigue look coming in, so you blend right in with the environment. Tanks. Wowzers. I guess that starts fires, right? Artillery. Look at those book bags, those army bags. Rations. Their bomber jacket. Here's your Army Air Forces, their uniforms. I know I'm going through this really fast, you guys. There's just so much information that I don't have enough time. There's your tanks, your wings, more guns, food, to radio your commander. There's your cell phone in those days. And oh my gosh, I forgot the name of this. I forgot the name of it. It's not okay. Oh, it's a converter. So sorry. So sorry. Oh my gosh, look at the headphones. There's your aviation glasses. Sword still. There's your military ID. Armbands to represent who you are, who you're representing.
Though brutal and costly, many of the battles on the smaller islands during the Pacific War were relatively short in duration. However, the last two major battles in the Pacific Theater, Luzon and Okinawa, were fierce, drawn-out fights that lasted for months. These last battles resulted in heavy U.S. casualties.
All right, and that concludes this room, you guys. So this is out in the hallway. This is your Humvee. And yeah. So this came out in 2007.
No.
Oops, my bad.
It was used in Afghanistan in 2007.
It was used in Afghanistan in 2007. My bad, my bad. Please forgive me. Pretty cool, you guys. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so we are getting ready to... Oh, we just left the global war. That's right. So the next one...
82.
1982?
1982 is when they started building.
1982 is when they started building the Humvee. Now we're getting into some real major bombs here.
Cold War.
We're going into the Cold War, 1947 to 1991. You're going to see a lot of advancements in here. From their weapons to their clothes to aviation, rockets, chemical warfare.
Wearing those.
My husband just said he remembers wearing those. He had to go to a tank. You know, you have to be prepared for anything, and that's today's threat: anthrax and chemicals and all that stuff. All right, this is what looks like this. I'm sorry for the glare, y'all. He looks like he's wearing for a helicopter. Military police. from the Berlin Brigade. This one is temporary closed, but you go into headquarters. You see that red phone sitting over there? That's very important. That red phone rings, and I'm gonna say it. I don't like to cuss, but oh well, some shit's gonna go down when that phone rings. Okay, so we're in the Korean War. We're at 1950 to 1953. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm the right way. There's the Army Jeep. There's a really good, if I can get to DC before the military first responders ends. Wow, look at these jackets, y'all. Again, sorry for the glare. That's just how it is. Horn, your shoes. Really, they're not that thick. I mean, this one's pretty thick, but this, not very thick.
That was the Korean Army.
The Korean Army. And all of their warfare that they used to fight.
U.S. forces have withdrawn from South Korea.
It's a MASH unit.
But on June 24th, 1950,
And they would kind of like the MASH TV show, you know. That was MASH was all built around the Korean War, and so there's the inside of your tents, what they're doing. Men and women were lost in that time of the war. What the heck is that, Joe?
It's a Turk gun.
Man, oh man. I hate to wonder what that kind of noise that makes. We'll just go around a little bit of the army wall here, guys. Okay, so now we are entering the Vietnam War. I didn't get the date of the. I'm kind of going backwards now. Here's some more of their uniforms, how they've upgraded over time. Where we were, South Vietnam, Cambodia, North Vietnam. Oh, is this prison? This is prison wear. I think that's prison wear, right? Or is that the enemy? I don't know.
Prisoner of war.
Prisoner of war outfits.
Yeah.
There's your berets. Kind of looks like my son's. Life jackets, more medals. Look at the cigarettes. And then your MREs. My father had these. My father served at Vietnam War. He was in the Navy. All of your guns are getting higher tech. Let's see. Like I said, I was going backwards. So 1965 to 1973, my father retired out of the Navy in 72. This is from the surgical hospital and their attire for Vietnam. And this is one of your ground troops. Thank you for all you have done for us. Wow, that was a quick Vietnam War there. So we'll see you in the next room. Now we're going to our next room, and it is Fighting for the Nation, Change the World. 1990 to present. changing the world. Since 1990, the Army has undergone almost continuous transformation to meet the new threats and the new mission requirements as U.S. security concerns has shifted from the Central Europe to Middle East, Africa, Balkans, and Central Asia. Tear down that wall. I have a Stein that has a piece of this wall in our collection. Okay, my husband, my mother got it for him. From the Cold War to the War of Terrorism. You got Nixon over here, Gorbachev, Reagan. Oh my goodness, look how much the upgrade is. It's almost in today's world. Now we got a lot of, oh wow, just so much. Your chemicals, night vision.
Recruiting efforts focused on enlisting above-average high school graduates.
Our helicopters, ground equipment, just so much, you guys. Our aviation helmets.
Civilian job market. In addition, units from the Army National Guard and the Army Reserve became an essential part of the nation's war-fighting force. Leaders at all levels instilled a renewed spirit.
If you go to overseas or to serve in the desert, Afghanistan, these are the type of uniforms that you would wear because you blend in to the sand. Kind of like with the coming home painting that I'm working on. Everything is that sand color, and the same with the this ground equipment, all sand, so you blend in. Got the barbed wire on the front of the vehicle here. This tank. Actually, it has this is from Kuwait street sign, Saddam Hussein sign. Huh. This is called the M2 and M3 Bradley Fighting Vehicle. And this was used, this is in the main street. This infantry and cavalry vehicle was designed to fight alongside the Abrams tank. Man, that's big. I'd like to see the inside of that. And there's all your gas. You got all your, oh, I forgot the name of that. Sea bags, right? You put all your personal gear in there. Your life's in that bag.
There's not a lot of space in there.
You live out of that bag. Oh my goodness, look at the inside, you guys. Check it out. Oh, how neat. Isn't that something? Ooh. This was on the ground. This is on the floor. It kind of scared me. Takes you back a little bit. They want you to feel like you're here and you're fighting. My son and husband served. This is emotional for me because this is a part of a military spouse where you have to support your husband, support your son, hope that they come home.
9/11 changed everything.
They're strategizing here. This was after 9/11, guys.
Terrorist networks capable of striking targets throughout the world, including on American soil. The 21st century global war on terrorism had begun, and nothing would be the same.
They're right. Nothing will be the same after 9/11 happened. Afghans assumed the lead in 2014. My son went to Afghanistan, and he was there for 9 months, I believe, 9 months to a year, and he was teaching the Afghanistans how to run their own army. They needed help, and so our president sent your Air Force, your Army, to help train the Afghan people so they can run their own regime.
Once boots hit the ground, they were forced to find military compromise in unfamiliar terrain.
Here's one of your shipping cabinets that goes overseas with all your, you live out of bag. You live out of a bag. Shipping container, that's the word I was looking for. Shipping container. And there's the outside of the shipping container. And of course you saw the inside of the shipping container.
Yeah, it's her roof.
Military police. This looks like Operation Restore Hope. Without the doubt, I owe my life to those two men and their bravery. CWO Michael J. Durant, Black Hawk helicopter pilot. This is part of that helicopter. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Here's the story. And that concludes this room. All right, guys, so we are now upstairs, and this is another kind of like going back in time, declare of war. I'm just going to, it's pretty dark in here, so my apologies, but this is just more from the beginning time, and I'm just going to film and be quiet and let you guys absorb what I'm seeing.
steps forward to surrender to the West, Britain's long-standing foe. But Rochambeau's fierce conflict with America. Washington directs O'Hara to meet with General Benjamin Lincoln. Lincoln receives Cornwallis and Silver as the official surrender of the British Army at Lorton. Behind Lincoln stands a line of American Continental soldiers.
These are all the, you can't hardly see them. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to end this right here because you can't see it. It's a wall of weapons. Maybe if I get a better angle this way, you can see it because of the glare. No. So now we're going through the smallpox, typhoid, all the different illnesses that we went through during wartime. George Washington's lifeguard, muster rolled, flame switch wallet, camp forks. Amazing, just amazing. All right, one more room. My apologies, I'm walking fast. I could spend like 3 days in here just reading everything.
Americans in the Comte de Rochambeau's French regiments embark on an epic 700-mile march south. Now or never. Victory in this long war must come. Washington learns on the march that the French fleet, under the command of Admiral Comte de Grasse, has defeated a British fleet centered at the Cornwallis. Washington and Rochambeau hurry on to complete the trap.
Look at that canteen. Isn't that amazing?
Their entrenchments around the town and across the river on the nearby Gloucester Peninsula are designed to buy time for a second British fleet to arrive. The Allied Army finally
The last flag surrendered.
September 29th.
It's beautiful.
Washington agrees with Rochambeau's recommendation that a formal siege should be undertaken. Rochambeau explains that all is now reducible to a calculation. On October 6, 1781, American and French soldiers begin digging their first siege gun for fire. With British artillery firing to disrupt the Allies' progress, Captain John Pryor remembered that his men were under an infernal hot cannon with upwards of 2,000 balls.
These are different letters. Oh, okay, I see. Pay vouchers, clothing document, pay document, pay voucher, tax levy, pay roster, document, pay voucher, discharge, wages so painfully earned. Pension instructions, last man of the revolution, letter, pension support document, pension application. Amazing.
Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Hamilton, and supported by Lieutenant Colonel John Lawrence, will assault and capture Redoubt No. 10.
And that concludes this room. 1781 to 1783, why they served. I know, like in Washington, D.C., the World War II monument, for every star, I think it was, I don't know, was it like 500 people were killed for every star represented? sorry for the glare. 250 years of service, guys. And we're getting ready to make a big celebration. The officer's coat, the Army green service uniform jacket, the soldier's blue book, Army training manual, all right, and this concludes this room. All right. All right, guys, so we're now upstairs, and this is another kind of like going back in time, declare of war. I'm just going to, it's pretty dark in here, so my apologies, but this is just more from the beginning time, and I'm just going to film and be quiet and let you guys absorb what I'm seeing.
Lincoln receives Cornwallis and Silver as the official surrender of the British Army at Lorton. Behind Lincoln stands a line of American Continental soldiers.
These are all that you can't hardly see them. I'm sorry, so I'm just going to end this right here because you can't see it. It's a wall of weapons. Maybe if I get a better angle this way, you can see it because of the glare. No. So now we're going through the smallpox, typhoid, all the different illnesses that we went through during wartime. George Washington's lifeguard, muster rolled, flame switch wallet, camp forks. Amazing, just amazing. All right, one more room. My apologies, I'm walking fast. I could spend like 3 days in here just reading everything.
Americans in the Comte de Rochambeau's French regiments embark on an epic 700-mile march south. Now or never, victory in this long war must come. Washington learns on the march that the French fleet, under the command of Admiral Comte de Grasse, has defeated a British fleet centered at the Belvoir. Washington and Rochambeau hurry on to complete the trap.
Look at that canteen. Isn't that amazing?
Their entrenchments around the town and across the river and the nearby Gloucester Peninsula are designed to buy time for a second British fleet to arrive. The Allied Army finally
The last flag surrendered.
September 29th.
It's beautiful.
Washington agrees with Rochambeau's recommendation that a formal siege should be undertaken. Rochambeau explains that all is now reducible to a calculation. On October 6th, 1781, American and French soldiers begin digging their first siege gun for fire. With British artillery firing to disrupt the Allies' progress, Captain John Pryor remembered that his men were under an infernal hot cannon with upwards of 2,000 balls.
These are different letters. Oh, okay, I see. Pay vouchers, clothing document, pay voucher, tax levy, pay roster, document, pay voucher, discharge, wages so painfully earned. Pension instructions, last man of the revolution, letter, pension support document, pension application. Amazing.
Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Hamilton, and supported by Lieutenant Colonel John Lawrence, will assault and capture Redoubt No. 10.
And that concludes this room. 1781 to 1783, why they served. I know, like in Washington, D.C., the World War II monument, for every star, I think it was, I don't know, was it like 500 people were killed for every star represented? Again, sorry for the glare. 250 years of service, guys. And we're getting ready to make a big celebration. The officer's coat, the Army green service uniform jacket, the soldier's blue book, Army training manual. All right, and this concludes this room. All right. So this concludes the end of the Army Museum, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed filming it. I'm not too good about being a narrator, but I did the best I could. So, let me see. The Road to Revolution. And this goes from 1775, October 7th, 1763. This kind of just gives you the little road map here. I'm just going to follow it through. And the next thing is to go into the museum gift shop. I don't know if they're going to allow me to film. I think I'm going backwards. Yeah, I am going backwards. And here's the overhead of the museum. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit so you get a better view. Again, you see all the ribbons above, all the people that are honored, the Army's emblem. So yeah, all right, you guys, I'll see you on the outside, okay? Thank you for being with me today, and I will see you at your craft table real soon. Crafty Chef Diamond is out.
The missing ones.
All right, you guys, so I'm in the gift shop, and I was going to videotape in the gift shop, but this right here is a wall thanking all of the soldiers for their service. So I thought that was pretty neat. I think this was neat. You see the poppies? I have somebody was diamond painting poppies for the military first responders. And then you've got a, isn't that pretty cool? I thought that was really neat. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? A lot of your schools come here. We have more veteran poppies here. So exciting. There you go. And these are ones who have actually wrote letters and thanking the soldiers for this museum and for all that who have served in the armed forces and what they do for us each and every day that they serve. And I thank you for that. Really, I do. And here's some coins. Very, very neat. All right, you guys. I'm going to end this here. And just thought this was just great. It was fun. And I hope you enjoyed it as well as I enjoyed ficking my way through trying to videotape. This just gives you a little idea about the store. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.